Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Valentine Lister, and this is my series on the minor arcana for the suit of cups. And today we are covering the King of Cups. Yeah, the king. We're gonna get to know this guy really well because there are three cards in the minor arcana that tell a story about this guy. So you're not going to get him confused anymore with the Knight of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups. He has a specific story. You're going to get to know him as a person and remember him so you don't hurt his feelings. And anyway, I'm going to go over any other symbolism you need to know about the card, as well as the upright and the reverse meanings. Before I get into that, just want to make a quick announcement that I am now available and open for readings if you haven't heard. And so with that being said, if you want to book your first reading with me, you can get $20 off until through the end of the year, until December 31st, 2021 with the code 20 bucks. Now, what am I offering for readings? I offer a tarot card reading, a birth chart reading, and also a combined tarot and astrology birth chart reading. And that is a live session one-on-one where we meet. Super awesome, super pumped, super excited about this. So if you do want to book a reading, make sure to snag that discount. I'm going to put the information in the description box below so that you have it. All right, guys, so let's get into the King of Cups. All right, the King of Cups. Well, who is this guy? So I gave him a little nickname so you can get to know him, and I like to call him the creative guru. Let's get right into the rulers of this card in the astrology. So with the court cards, except for the page, so we're talking the knight, the queen, and the king, there's three cards in the minor arcana that rule this card, and it corresponds to three different astrological decans. So I'll break it down for you here. So this guy is associated with the last decan of Aquarius, which is the Seven of Swords. And then he is associated with the Eight of Cups, which is the first decan of Pisces. And then he's associated with the second decan of Pisces, which is the Nine of Cups. And guys, you don't have to try to remember this. I wrote this down for you. I have a resource. It's called the Tarot and Astrology Cheat Sheet. That's what it's all about, listed out for you in like Virgo Mars style. It is in the description box below, and you can sign up and get that as a thank you for joining my mailing list. All right, guys, so the awesome thing about these three cards is they tell a story about the king, and that's going to really help you remember him and differentiate him from other court cards because he has his own stories, and stories are easy to remember. Okay, so let's go into the king's past. Okay, put these guys aside. Let's go into his past. Learn a little bit about him. Okay, so all right, so in the past the king was a person who had difficulty sharing his emotions, and he was like more comfortable with like sharing his ideas with people, kind of like and he socialized as needed, but otherwise he kept his distance. He's kind of like an elusive guy, and kind of unique, marched to his own drummer. And so he really just like loved time alone to just like ponder his ideas about society and just be with his thoughts, and just like he's a guy who feels very nurtured by that, and being able to just learn about things and think about things and have some quiet time and some solitude with his thoughts. Okay, so who's this guy in the present? Like, who is he like right now, right? This is his past. So this card, with the court cards, it like represents his present, like where he's at right now in this moment. So this king right now, he has this desire to travel the world on his own and to discover the meaning of life, like through lived experience. Like, what's the rhyme or reason to it? What do the cycles of life mean? What do my emotions mean? Like right now he's like getting in touch with his emotions because he was like more of like an intellectual, kind of like on the surface, like kind of maybe even scared of emotion and what they mean. But he does have an adventurer at heart. He does have a little bit of that in like kind of a controlled way, but still like so. So he goes out on a journey. He's out on a journey right now. And so he gets in touch and he starts to understand his emotions. And so he uses that to structure his life because he is a very structure. He has this like structure to him. Um, but he structures it now by taking his cues from the universe, like understanding his emotions, understanding the cycles of life, and when it's time to do things and when it's time not to. And so he just finds his luck with like being in tune with life. And this is definitely a guy who's like into meditation, into pushing himself like to his limits, into understanding his mind and how it works, understanding his emotions and how it works. And so he is also creative. He started to put his ideas into creative endeavors, right? But he's still very elusive, right? So we see in this King of Cups, he's like isolated, like he's in this water, but he's all by himself and he's separated by other people. It's almost like he's in a castle and he has like a moat around him to prevent other people from getting to him. So he's the kind of guy that's basically right now, he's off the grid and he really likes to work in private. But the stuff he creates is like really amazing. People want his stuff, but he works like alone in the mountains or in a cabin somewhere, and like takes a while to get to him. He's not checking his email or phone all the time. He's structuring his life to live it as he believes is wise to live, and like he doesn't want to be distracted by like all these like modern day type of things. So who's this guy now, right? Who's this guy going to be in the future? Like, where is he going? Well, I've got this Nine of Cups here, so you know it's got to be good stuff, right? If you know the Nine of Cups, right? So the future, this guy his future is really bright. He's happy with his life because he's content with who he is, his thoughts and his emotions and the cycles of life. He's really content with life. And he's also creative. And it may not be art, you know, it may be even, you know, he could be like a computer programmer or a technology guy. He's probably like a Renaissance type of man where he dabbles in a little bit of everything. And he's happy and content with who he is and his emotion. He loves what he creates, and he's become something of a guru with his talents, and he loves life, and he makes enough money to support himself. And it's not like he really needs like a lot of money. He makes the most of what he gets. I mean, he's kind of like an off the grid, like, you know, type person, you know, maybe wilderness guy, so he doesn't need a lot anyway. Yes, but you know, but he makes enough money to support himself with his gifts. He's very disciplined emotionally and fulfilled. But this guy, if you haven't realized it yet, is he's definitely something of a loner. This is not a super social guy. He just like flies under the radar. He definitely is a loner, marches to his own beat, and likes solitude and likes being alone. All right, so if you get this card in a reading, what does it mean? So this card is a person. Your court cards are your people. Like everybody's wondering, is this guy going to show up somewhere, this or that? So when people or you are reading and you're looking for a specific person, your court cards, use your court cards as people. It's so much easier, right? To differentiate what is going to be someone's experience with the other minor arcana cards versus like a major life event or major changes taking place. Even a god or goddess, like, you know, speaking to you and influencing your life is in the major arcana. But then we have our people in the court cards. So if you get the card upright, we have a person, and so this is generally an older, like mature man who's a creative genius. And, you know, maybe something of a loner, loves living off the grid. Actually, he's not something of a, he's definitely a loner. He enjoys living by himself, being like self-sufficient, and working on his projects, doing his work, you know, and he's happy to be alone, even though others don't really understand it and they don't understand him. He's okay with it. Okay, so the reversed meaning. What does it mean if this guy comes out reversed? So it means his energy is being blocked or avoided, which could mean a few things. It could mean that you like have a conflict or disagreement with this person. Could mean that you're separated from them in some way, like not talking to them for distance reasons or personal conflict or, you know, whatever difficult time. But it also could be something like this person is just, their energy is being blocked. They're not feeling like themselves. They're feeling down in the dumps, or it could be even like a change, like blocking like usually how they are. Maybe they're out socializing for the change and kind of getting out of their element, and they're super uncomfortable, or again, feeling sad or down in the dumps. Maybe something happened to this person. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video on the King of Cups. This is just a quick reminder that if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for whenever I release my next video. And also, besides doing these minor arcana cards, so next I'm going to be going through the swords and then also the pentacles. I'm going to make my way through, but I also do a weekly tarot and astrology forecast every Sunday for you guys to get you prepared for the week and pumped for the week. So again, you know, make sure that you're liking, subscribing, notification bell. Also, if you're on my email list, I send the videos straight to your inbox. There's a link on my website to sign up for the mailing list. Also, if you sign up for that tarot and astrology cheat sheet, not only do you get that cheat sheet, but that's getting you onto my mailing list so you can get my videos. Also, if you want to catch up on the videos that I've already done, I'm going to put a minor arcana playlist for you guys right here, as well as a related video that you'll like up here as well. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. Take care. Bye. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for whenever I release a new video every single week.